What's going on, guys? Thomas Marr back here again for week 10 of 52 for this year's training project, and we're going to dive right into it. So this past week, we had a couple of big events. We're starting to move more into a general physical preparedness section of our training, more conditioning, more HIIT training, so on and so forth. Starting to really build that work capacity in our training. So weeks or days 1, 3, and 5, we had some HIIT stuff. So like Monday we had some HIIT and barbell work. Tuesday we had some squat strength work again. Wednesday we had some HIIT and gymnastics work, body weight stuff. Thursday was our steady pace day, and then Friday we had some deadlift and carry work as well with our active recovery on Saturday. Saturday was also the start of our of the CrossFit Open. 25.1 dropped on Thursday, and so we made a plan to do it on Saturday morning. We went ahead and did that. I scored a 169, and I think I'm going to take another go at it on Monday with a couple of friends of mine to see if we can increase that score. But all in all, that's what last week happened. This week, moving into week 10, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff. You're going to see some newer movements, but the same idea. We're going to start to build that work capacity and keep building on the foundations that we have over the past 9 weeks. So, moving into week 10, day 1, we're going to have a HIIT and movement focus day. So it's going to be a 20-minute, as many rounds as possible, no rest periods, things of that nature. First thing is going to be a 10 or 8 cal bike, 10 for males, 8 for females. Then we'll move into 10 burpee box jump overs. So that's when you do a burpee, jump over the box, both of the feet hit the top of the box, 24-inch box, and then you do a burpee on the other side of the box, come back over. Burpee and jump over is 1 rep. So then you burpee, jump back over, that's another rep. So 10 burpee box jump overs, and then 15 air squats. So the legs are going to start to get blown up on this one, but we're going to start to get into those athletic movements, moving from the bike into those burpee box jump overs. So that's going to help us start to build on that capacity. Day 2, moving into Tuesday, that's going to be a squat strength, more stability day. We're actually going to be working front squats this week, so we'll definitely want to start working on our mobility in our shoulders, loosening up our lats, and then kind of loosening up our forearms as well. I know people can get some pains there. If you have any questions on that, you can reach out to me. I can send you a couple of stretches that you can do that might help with this. So, but we'll do a front squat for a 5x4. Moving straight from that, we'll move into push press. That will start to help build the foundations of when we start to do our cleans and our jerks and things of that nature. So front squat 5x4, push press for a 4x5, and then we'll move right into everybody's favorite Bulgarian Split Squats for 3x8 on each leg. Then we'll do our 3-way shoulder raise for a 3x10 in each position, forward 45 degrees and then out as well. And then we have 5 sets of heavy sled pushes at 50 feet and then 40 total pull-ups. You can break them up however you need to, but we want to start to build on what we did next week, right? So I want to start to see some bigger sets and smaller amounts of sets total. That will be our Tuesday. Moving into Wednesday, we're going to have another HIIT and gymnastics work day. Really start to get used to moving the body. So this is going to be 4 time. So not an AMRAP, but 4 times to get all of these reps done. We're going to do 50 wall balls. It's going to be a 20-pound ball for males, 14-pound for females. Then we'll do 40 dumbbell snatches, 40-pound for male, 30-pound for female. Then we'll go 30 pull-ups, and then 20 kettlebell swings for 53-pound for male, 38 pounds for female. And then if you're starting to move into some of the CrossFit movements like bar muscle up or toe to bar, things of that nature, we'll do some technical work on gymnastics as required on that day. So that'll be 4 time. That'll be our Wednesday activity, and that'll close out there. Then we'll go to day 4 Thursday. Again, that's going to be our steady state day. We want to get some steady pace training. So 30 or 40 minutes of running, air bike at 240 plus watts, rowing at a 210 or better pace, something of that sort. Quick pace, but again, not all out as usual. Day 5 is going to be Friday. That'll be our deadlift and carry day. Much like last week, we'll have a deadlift 4x5. Then we'll move into bent over rows for a 4x15. And then we'll have our superset at hammer curls and push-ups again, and then our carries for dumbbell, kettlebell, farmer walk for 3x30, and then shrugs at the end of that as well. So that'll close out day 5 Friday, and then day 6 Saturday is going to be our active recovery day, 30 to 45 minutes continuous low impact activity, walking, swimming, rucking, so on and so forth. But our other option, 25.2, it drops on Thursday. If you haven't already, get signed up, and you guys can play along with the rest of the world during this CrossFit Open. So this is my first time doing it as well. It's been a blast so far. It's been awesome it's been awesome connecting with the community and giving myself a metric to see where I stack up against the rest of the world. So it's been a really, really cool experience this past weekend. And that kind of leads me into our this week's inspirational portion. I don't like to think of myself as an inspirationalist, but I do like to pass on some of the things that I've learned just from participating in the community and being in the gym for a while. I've noticed a lot of people, they seem to get really nervous coming into the gym. They feel really out of place. And I feel like a lot of that stems from not wanting to disappoint people or not wanting to embarrass themselves in the gym. And I'm not saying that there's not environments out there that don't attack people at the gym, but there are really good environments out there. Just at Above and Beyond CrossFit myself, it's been such a fantastic experience since I've been there. But it's almost like we get that confusion, we get that nervousness, and that really big discomfort stepping into the new realm, because we're kind of going into it with the wrong mindset, right? Every time we step in the gym, we're not going in there to impress anybody. We're not going in there to, set a new standard or something like that. We're going in there not just to train our body, but to train our mind. And we train that through struggle, through pain, through small victories, and even setbacks, right? All of these things teach us something. You learn how to push through this discomfort that you experience. You learn how to push through the struggle, the pain, and how to embrace that grind mentality, and how to trust yourself that you are capable when these things get tough. And that discipline, that resilience, it doesn't stay in the gym, right? You do one day, you do a really hard workout, you put in an excessive amount of effort, and you come out of that, and the next morning you're like, oh my God, I did that. Yeah, I'm really, really sore, but, I did that. What else can I do? You go back the next day. Oh, what else can I do? Oh, you go back the next day. What else can I do? And suddenly you're more confident in the gym. But not only in the gym, it starts to bleed into your other. Suddenly you're more confident in tough conversations. You're more willing to take on new challenges at work. You're more capable of stepping outside of your comfort zone. And when you prove to yourself, rep after rep, day after day, that you can endure more, that you can grow, and that you can overcome all of these challenges that are set in front of you, it changes the way that you see the world around you. You stop doubting yourself. You stop hesitating. And before you know it, the strength you've built physically has translated into this sort of mental toughness, emotional resilience, and a confidence that people around you can feel. People see that you are taking care of yourself. People see that you are more outgoing in this life, and they can feel that. That is why we train. We don't train for the biggest weights. We don't train for the fastest mile. We don't train for the smoothest move. yes, those are all parts of it, but we train so that way we can have a positive impact on the world around us. We train so that way we can help set a new standard for our friends, family, and people that are close to us. That, hey, like, we're gonna dominate this world. We're gonna be confident. We're gonna take what's ours. We're going to take on these challenges that other people, they kind of shy away from. That's why we train. So, if there's one thing you take from this week, put in the effort, embrace the struggle, push through the pain, have those tough conversations. I challenge you to, start to write out. If you're at work, you've been there for a while, and you see the 2-3% raise every year, and you think you're worth more. Start to write out why. Start to build that conversation in your head, so that way you can have that confidence going forward. Because once you start to write that stuff down, I mean, it's just like we're writing our performance in our gym playbook, right? We write down, oh man, this past week I did 225. This next week I did 245. This next week I did 305. Whatever. We start to build that, and you're like, oh my god, yeah, 225 doesn't seem like that bad anymore. Well, at the same breath, I've done X, Y, Z during work this week, and then I did A, B, C during week last week. Wow, I think X, Y, Z and A, B, C is worth more at work. Maybe I can start to build that conversation. Write that stuff down, so that way you can have those tough conversations. This is going to help you build the confidence to be able to do that. So this week, show up, push forward, push through the uncomfortable, push through the discomfort, and remember that every rep, I mean, that's going to be a step towards becoming the person that you want to be and that you're meant to be. So if you have any questions about this week's training, you can drop it in a comment below on the video, or you can shoot me a message on my social media. I'll have it linked below as well. But other than that, let's get after it this week. Train hard.